Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. If you're new to my channel, thank you for your subscription. Stick around for a long time with your girl. Bring a friend with you next time. I am following up to my most recent post, and it was just some perspective. I even used the illustration of a cotton ball, child. My gosh. If you haven't seen that this is leaping forward off of that. But I'll drop it in the description box for you so you don't have to go searching for it and it'll be easier for you to find. I was in that video talking about perspective and how we bring our history forward as to how we see things, how we make decisions, how we view others. I used that as an example in that video. And as I ended that, I thought about how much more that I want to offer when I referenced how sometimes people, and it's happened a lot, it's happened more than enough for me in my life as I was growing up, when people say, "Oh my God, you're so much nicer than I thought." And I always had to think, what did you thought? Because either you never met me or you didn't know me, and I know I'm not the nice. I am not the nicest person, but I'm not a mean person. So what did you think? What did you think? After I ended that, it made me want to do something more by offering this about my culture as a collective. People often realize that. Now, I am also very connected to a commitment for of my own by which I'm wanting to adjust the lens, the perspective, the views, the visual that is often incorrect about Black people. Enough already with it, seriously. It is an inherited, it is a falsified, it is a familial setting. It is an overhearing of what someone heard or someone said. It is a fabrication. It is a wrong and a wrongfulness as to who we are as people collectively. Because so many times, and as I said earlier, I had it so many times myself when people say, "You're so much nicer than I thought." So what did you thought? Do you think about it? Black people are hardly ever as they're presented. So we are misrepresented. And when people get to know us as a people and not just a person of a people, because from that it's often said, he's great for a Black guy, she's great for a Black woman. All of these qualify enough already. Seriously. I'm at a place for myself, by choice, by committed choice of awareness of my consciousness for my culture. I'll put it that way. It is a committed choice of awareness for the consciousness of my culture unto others. It's to say this: you had it wrong and it's time to straighten you out instead of correcting us more to make you understand this, by which you never had to begin with. So what a waste of time we've done. We don't need to change anything anymore. You need to accept us for who we are. We were never that damned of a person. We have always rised above. We rise above. We are never a threat. We were always helpmate to this country, to this society, to the neighborhood we move in. You don't have to move out because we moved in, but if you do, thank you. You make more room for the rest of us. Respectfully. Respectfully. We, because of who we are, the black and white truth of the matter, has nothing to do with how the media has portrayed us, how the educational system seems to exclude us, not even sharing what our own contributions have been, not just to this country, but to this world. Enough already with shunning us. We still exist brightly. We shine bright like a diamond. Our darkness, which you want to, some of you, find comfort in portraying the darkness as a dim. But our darkness is the light of this world. Hello? Seriously, our darkness is the light of this world. Now, I don't want to be, but because I am extremely at this point, somewhat soured at the fact that here it is in 2025, soon to be 2026, and we're still trying to nurse the white fragility of this world and accept the fact that the lighter and the whiter you are, the more you enter certain rooms. Well, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. We have always been an inviting people. We've invited others into our homes and to our barbecues. And we don't see that you're any different when you show up if you don't seem to have something else to do. I mean, come on. But if you do decide to show up, we don't see any different. You're just another person in the room. You're another valued, loved, invited person in the room. However, when we show up, everyone seems to notice the Black person in the room. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. This is what I am fatigued about, because there's no point of the matter. There's no point of the matter. And to qualify us as to what is said or read or spoken or told or shown or gossiped about us without you having your own interaction is tomfoolery on your part. Get to know the person, get to know the culture, get to know the understanding, get to know the ways of our culture. Because I believe, if anything else, that lack of understanding comes from not us. It does not come from us. And on many videos I've had in the past, it is embedded so deep down into the basement of the person that they can't hear you when you're speaking. They think you're talking about someone else. It can't be them. No one views themselves as prejudiced or racist or biased or anything that would make them differentiate a person. So let me help with that visual as well. When we see a desire to help a charity, there's always a face of a supposedly poor Black child on the literature. However, rarely does any of those funds go to that poor Black child. And this is why I'm a proponent of fast-track auditing these GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles, and trace every dollar right back. And I can show you the propaganda behind this nonsense. So again, so I'm going to stay on track, because what I'm wanting to give is a perspective that people have, which is a false perspective based on the fact of their hearing, seeing, reading, being told, being raised around, but not having that experience they're told about on their own. So they're believing the hearsay. They believe the gossip. They believe a history that's false. They believe all. Correct. Find out for yourself. The greatest truth there is the one that you discover on your own. Because when you discover a deep-seated truth, you'll also unlayer things that you were told or that you thought you knew, which were incorrect as well. That's what the growing experience is about. This is what the consciousness is about. This is what the elaborate form of an understanding outside of and an expanded conscious beyond what you had before you went on the journey to discover the truth. And that is why the saying in the movie A Few Good Men, you can't handle the truth. It's so powerful. Many of us can't handle the deepest part of the truth. So let me end here. If you've never had, been around, become acquainted, learned about a Black person for your own experience, I would strongly urge you not to believe the hype that you heard otherwise, because, oh my God, it's more than likely untrue. If you seek the truth, be a seeker of truth. Find one, get to know them, and you'll see how embracing Black people are. And I will say this as the collective. I can speak for the collective. I can say that the majority of all Black people are open-hearted, embracing. They want you to get to know them. They invite you in. You're welcome in their home. Once they trust you like a friend, the loyalty will never end. Because we are a people who have learned the deepest part of love, and that is acceptance. And unfortunately, we don't experience that acceptance outside of ourselves. Now, ain't that a shame? Ain't that insane? Yet still we rise. And I love you. I love you. If you've gotten this far, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.